Well, ghost hunters, today's the day. The Ripper's house. Jack the Ripper's house. No one's ever filmed inside before. This place gives him the creeps.
I think places like this stay empty for a reason.
What's with all this voodoo and witchcraft? Maybe it's the ghost of Jack the Ripper.
You shouldn't be here. You think this house is the problem? It's always been waiting for you.
Oh my god! Tell me you saw that.
I saw it. Please tell me we got that on film.
You need to rethink this.
I'm not letting this slip away.
You won't leave. You can't.
We need to leave, Jake! There's something else in this house.
I'm sure they'll be fine, but let's find out by the makers of this. Actor, directors, producers, writers, which one is it? Casting directors?
All of it.
Welcome, Natasha and Stephen. Or is it Steve?
Hello.
Stephen. Either, I don't mind, but yeah.
Penny.
How you
Welcome.
doing?
I'm all right. So, yes, this came about because I saw Natasha at, was it Fright Fest? I did think of. Where was that? Is that up north or was that in London?
It's in London. It's in Leicester Square.
That's what I thought. And yeah, I saw you having some fun. I don't know if I thought you were a bit giddy, but yeah, it seemed like a fun time. Obviously, enjoyed the film.
Have you only just met at this one just gone, or one in the past, or
This one just gone because yeah, of course.
No.
I saw the Winnie the Pooh, of course. All the controversy she caused from that.
Damn right.
Did get her to Cannes though.
Yeah. It went to, I don't know. I've never been to Cannes. I tried to go last year and they declined it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metropolis.
And it's insane because I know people that have like never done a film. They have like, all they've done is like music videos and they've been like, I really want to go to Cannes, and they've applied and gone. I know people, but I have done like, at the point of this, I'd done like 20 films. Like 2 of my films have had like a full theatrical release. Do you know what I mean? It was like nuts. And they were like, no. I was like,
yeah.
You didn't play the "Don't You Know Who I Am" card.
no, I didn't actually. I was like, oh, okay. And then Steve wrote them like a long-winded email, didn't you? Because he wanted me to go, obviously. We was going to go together. And he sent them like a massive email like, guys, she's done this, she's done that. This is pics of her at like 10 different premieres. I was like updating my IMDb, putting all pictures on there because I don't normally use it. And they were like, no, decision's final. We were like, fine.
Yeah.
But it was weird that because we'd gone the year before, quite a few of us, about 5 or 6 of us, we had an amazing time. And we hadn't done anything really, anything that had gone as big as Winnie the Pooh anyway. So yeah,
and
I don't
I've done
know.
Cinderella's Curse as well from that, and Cinderella went really big as well.
Yeah, so.
But no, they didn't want me.
No. Did you not? Which voice did you use? Yeah, posh one from Cinderella's Curse, or from?
It was an email, so I didn't get to use any actually. But if it was a call, this is my normal voice. This is how I talk. But if it was a call, I'd have gone, "Hi, you okay? It's super nice to meet you. Yeah, my name's Natasha." That's how I speak when people don't know who I am. Do you know what I mean? Like when people know me, this is my voice. Right. But when it's like on a phone call, I'm trying to be posh. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Natasha. Nice to meet you."
Oh dear.
It's all
we'd love to go this year, won't we? As in, it's next year.
Yes,
the next one in May.
Yeah, especially now we're producing as well.
Yeah,
it's a big thing that we need to do. Yeah.
You got your producer's business cards.
Well, actually, no, but we need to get them. We actually realized that recently because at Fright Fest, we went to this like big producers meeting where like all the filmmakers and distributors and investors and stuff, they all kind of like go to this event and chat and stuff. And we went there and everyone was like, here's our card, here's a sticker, here's a badge. And we were like, they were like, have you got a card? We were like, no. Sticker, anything? We were like, no.
T-shirt.
Yeah. I know people had t-shirts and everything. We had nothing.
Oh dear. Well, yes, I guess you have to think of something. What could Jack the Ripper's merchandise be?
Massive top hat or something.
Well, yes, allegedly.
Yes.
He wore a top hat. So let's see. Josh is here. Pugwell's here. British horror is back, baby. Well, yes, it is. Because the Americans have already got your film, haven't they?
Well, I don't know.
Is it August?
Is it out? I don't know if it's out yet. But if it's not, it's any time now.
Right.
It was supposed to. It's supposed to drop any time. I don't know exactly.
And where will it be for them?
Yeah. Again, we don't really know the answer to that, do we? We don't know where it's going to be.
You only made the film. Why would you?
Well, this will be in the hands of the executive producers. They'll be distributing it worldwide, so it's wherever they put it. And they were planning to release it on the 1st of September. So if it's not out yet, it'll be literally any second, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll pass.
I think it'll be probably Amazon Prime.
Yeah, most things.
Probably.
Because where's the other ones? Is it Tubi and?
Yeah. So some of them go. It's hard because I think it depends on like how much people want it, I guess. But some are like Tubi, some are like there's other ones, Roku,
yes, I can't
stuff
think
like that.
Yes.
Amazon Prime. Some of them go straight to YouTube. But I think generally it's like you kind of there's like a range of the ones, and I think it depends on how many people are interested. I think.
Yes, other people are involved doing that, isn't?
Yes.
You just made the film. It's up to them to put it out there.
Yeah.
But yes, as Matt says, did you watch any paranormal investigators on YouTube to get inspiration for this film? You used to watch Joe Weller wandering around empty buildings.
Oh my god! I remember Joe Weller. I don't know what he's doing now, but I used to watch some of his videos as well.
He's disappeared in one of them.
Did he? Oh, I thought you were being serious. I thought you were like,
he might.
One of his videos. Actually, I used to watch him do like silly, like YouTube skits. I didn't watch him do like.
Is that the guy that did the wrestling moves on the girls in the pool? Is that him or not?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well,
Joe Weller's like a really nice guy. I don't think
the little
that's not
young
really
lad.
his like image, is it? I don't think.
I think it was him. Anyway.
Anyway, to the question. Sorry, to circle back. I love watching so I don't watch horror films. I hate horror films. I like making them, but I don't like watching them. But I do love anything real life. So it's basically like the difference between 24 Hours in A&E and Holby City for me. Like, I'm not interested in Holby City, but 24 Hours in A&E, I could watch it all day. If it's real, I'm interested.
I was going to say, some people are the opposite, aren't they? Horror makers, they'll watch anything go through a mincer, but then as soon as someone cuts a finger, they'll pass out.
Yeah. See, most of the people I know, they'll be like, I love Terrifier, I love Saw. And then you put 24 Hours in A&E and they'll go, my God, they've chopped their finger off. Whereas I'm like the opposite. If it's real, I'm super interested. I'm like, oh my God, that happened. That's crazy, this and that. So I watch a lot of like ghost hunting like series. I watch like Ghost Adventures, with Zach Bagans. I watched that so much. I've probably seen every single episode. So I guess a lot of the inspiration was that sort of thing, but also we wanted to highlight the fact that everything's like attention nowadays, isn't it? Like everyone wants to be like an influencer, everyone wants to be famous. It's like attention is currency. And I guess we wanted to highlight that more than they do in like Ghost Adventures. They don't go, right, guys, how many likes are we going to get for this sort of thing? It's like they're just filming it. So I guess the found footage aspect of it was based loosely on that sort of thing. What about you, Steve? Any thoughts?
No.
Okay.
He's the muscle.
I genuinely thought you were going to say no, so that's why I said it, but I didn't want to put you
in
on.
answer to your question, no, I didn't used to watch any of those programs. I do remember some of them. They've always been around, haven't they? Those type of programs on TV going back quite far, actually. But no, I never really got into it. I don't know. I love movies and stuff, but I was never massively into horror films when I was younger, or even now. But I do like. I remember when Scream came out at the cinema, for example. That was incredible. I remember being really impressed with that because for me, that was the first film. Although, to be fair, I don't watch loads of horror films. But I remember specifically liking that film because they were challenging the how predictable horror films were. Do you know what I mean? Like when they had all the rules on what you can't do in a horror film, or you die, or on all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fascinating back then. I really did. I thought that was great. And obviously now it's like a free for all. Anything goes in horror films. But yeah, back then they had like set rules, didn't they? To some extent, I'm sure there was some films that broke the norm. But no, I didn't really watch anything like that. I think you definitely are more interested in these things than me, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, I've got an app on my phone, and it's like meant to help you speak to ghosts. And I will like honestly, people use it to like scare themselves and like speak to the dead. And I'm like, I'll be like crying mid breakdown and go, what do I do? And I turn it on because I'm like, I need help. I need advice from the beyond, you know.
This is true, actually. We were trying to film a movie. She was whipping out a phone with this. What was it? Looking for ghosts in this abbey that we'd spent a fortune on. And I was like, Tasha, we've got to get the shot.
I know. The amount of money for the first part of the film, we filmed in an abbey, and it's called Reversby Abbey, and it's like actually a haunted location, allegedly. And people like big paranormal investigators from all over the world will go there to film, to see if there's ghosts and stuff. And we booked it because we wanted to film for our movie, obviously. I got in there and I was like, got the ghost app up. I'm like looking around for the stick man. Everyone's like, look at this shot. And I'm going, oh my God, he's there. And then I'm like freaking out. Then I'm like, wait, no, I need to be in character. I need to remember my lines. Like, this is my film. What am I doing?
Are you there, spirits?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, sorry, there was a moth beside me, so I was just shooing them off away. But yeah, no, exactly.
We got there in the end, didn't we?
Yeah,
we got it done.
And also, sorry, no, go on. What was you going to say?
And also, go on.
Another thing, when you said, did you have any inspiration? Another thing, what I just remembered was, obviously people like Ghost Adventures and stuff, Zach Bagans and that. I love watching anything that's real. And also when I was a kid, I used to love horror films when I was a kid for something. I was weird, but I also was obsessed with Jack the Ripper. So when I was, I must have been 11 years old, and we were doing our like exams. You know what? Before you go to the next school when you're like 11 years old.
Oh yeah.
You know how you do like the exams? I wrote like a thesis on Jack the Ripper. I was like, it's got to be this guy, and I was like detailing it, and they must have been like, what the fuck? Because I was 11, obviously. Like at this point, I'm meant to believe in Santa. Do you know what I mean? Who does exist for kids watching, if anyone is watching. But do you know what I mean? I was like, Jack the Ripper, and he killed people and he dismembered them. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. It was like nuts. But what I was going to actually say for my point just now was there was a massive I won't say the name of it just in case I don't want to be like sued, but there was a massive ghost hunting channel where it was like, you know, like Ghost Adventures, but not them. And they got found out to be fake. So it was like a massive scandal. And it was like, I don't know, I think they were probably bigger in the UK, but it was on TV, do you know? So it wasn't like on Amazon Prime or whatever, it was on Sky. And it was a huge, and they'd be like, you'd see like a chair fall over, and there'd be like a slam, and there'd be like dust, like footsteps and stuff. And it got found out to be like completely fake, and like the whole thing was made up, and they got in like loads of trouble, and they got sued for like millions of pounds or whatever. But that was kind of the inspiration when I was like, when I made the story in my head, it was like that was the sort of thing that I was going off, because obviously these guys are a group of paranormal investigators, but they just fake everything. So that was kind of the thing that I was going off. Sorry. Long way of saying, yes, I had inspiration.
As a Jack the Ripper connoisseur, did you watch the Michael Caine TV version? from
I don't
1988.
know. When was it released? I'm
It was
really
88,
bad.
but yeah, I know it's before your time.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh, okay.
it's probably
Yeah, I don't know. I probably have seen it. I'd have to watch like 10 minutes before I'd be
it's
like,
one
oh,
of the
yeah,
best
I have seen it.
versions. So yeah,
I've seen quite a bit. Obviously, like I said, I wrote a thesis at like 11 years old, and then
I guess
from
From
then,
Hell will be out by
yeah,
then.
I was like, I continued to write about Jack the Ripper until I was like 16. So like my English, I got like an A in English, and it was my Jack the Ripper thesis. I continued. It was like 5 or 6 years. I was continuously. It was crazy. They may as well have given me a job at the police station, because I was like bringing up facts and stuff, and like this matches with this, but that means that he's actually it can't be him because of this. And then I was like, but why is he on the suspect list? He can't be. Do you know what I mean? Like I was crazy about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Crazy
don't think
that I
Steve
then
wants to
made
be
a film about
alone
Jack the Ripper.
with you again now.
A
lot of
Bad
information.
enough
Oh,
when I'm driving.
yes.
I
Fluff
didn't know
says
you were
he did.
interested that much, but yeah.
I was the guy
Poor
Can
Fluff.
you see what someone's writ? Someone writ.
I
I was the guy.
couldn't see
I was
that.
the guy she wrote the thesis on. I still can't get a normal job because of it. Time After
Oh my
Time. That's
gosh.
another one with Malcolm McDowell, and it's he's H.G. Wells, and then damn, I forget the other actor's name. He's Jack the Ripper, and he uses H.G. Wells' time machine to travel into the future to 70s San Francisco, and then H.G. Wells chases him to catch him down. And very good film by Nicholas Meyer, that one.
Oh my god.
But yeah, nothing to do with Cyndi Lauper.
Also, sorry, I just thought I'd add something in here,
Oh.
like Jack the Ripper knowledge. This is actually something that, so we, after our premiere of the movie, we sat down with somebody that I'm friends with. She literally flew from LA to watch the film with us.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like, her name's Sam. She's amazing. And I said to her the next day, I was like, what did you think of it? She went, yeah, oh my God, it's amazing. There was a few things, obviously it's your first film. There's a few things that I picked up on. And I said, okay, what was they? Because obviously, you know, we want to improve. And the first thing she said was, there was a bit where they opened a book and they were cleanse the streets in the book. And she said the word cleanse was spelt wrong. And I was like, yeah, that was on purpose. And she was like, what? And Steve was like, was it? I was like, yeah, that was on purpose, because this guy's a Jack the Ripper copycat, and the copycat was illiterate, doesn't it? And I was thinking in my head, does nobody know any of this?
Yes,
But
the message
obviously,
on the
it
wall.
must be because I like read so much about it. But yeah, the Jack the Ripper copycat, because there was the Jack the Ripper, but he was really smart. He was really well educated. The original, obviously. And then there was a copycat that started like sending in bits of people's bodies and stuff. He was started killing people, and the notes would be really illiterate. He'd spell like literally the word girl. He'd spell it wrong. He was massively illiterate. So they realized that they weren't the same person writing the letters. There was a copycat that was very illiterate, and the original was like super smart. So yeah, because we based our film off a copycat, we spelled it wrong.
Excellent.
On purpose.
Attention to details there. See? Now,
There you go.
it took what was it? I forgot his name now. Kubrick, 2 years to make Eyes Wide Shut. How long did it take you to film your film?
From start to finish, it was about 6 months, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. It was a big task for us, because not only was it our first film, but we also obviously did everything, didn't we?
Yeah.
just because we wanted the experience, really, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And we wanted to know in the future, what would we like to do again in the next film? Like, would we like to direct? Would we like to write a film? Would we just want to act in it? Do we just want to produce it? Like, where do we sit? Do you know what I mean? So it was a bit of a journey for us as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really good experience, but we wouldn't do everything ever again, I don't think.
No, it's because not only did we produce, which is like a lot, but we also directed and acted, and we were like script supervisor, and we were like prop supervisor, and you know, like we knew every single scene, what people were wearing, if they had a GoPro on their head or not, if they had their jackets on or not, you know. It was like the film had maybe 3 or 4 flashbacks. So people had, people had like 7 costume changes for this film. So we knew every single scene, what they were supposed to be wearing. You know, like we were on costume, we were on everything.
Nice.
So to then be an actor, I think doing all of that would be great, but then to be an actor at the same time is massively hard. Because you can't watch yourself on the monitor and then go, yeah, in fact, that needs change, because you can't be at both places at once, obviously. So yeah, I think we realized that was difficult, because I'd be like looking at the screen going, yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah, I like that, well, let's go for one more take, and then I'd go, do you know what I mean? You have to get into it. It's like so hard to be like, yeah, I like that, okay, that needs changing, and then be like in character. It's so hard to do both.
Exactly.
See?
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, we were going to. It was going to be worse than that, wasn't it, originally? Because me and you were going to be the lead characters in it, and both of us were going to be basically going through all the film together.
Yeah.
And then we had a moment where we're like, one of us has got to get out of this film somehow at some point. So I decided to jump out of the film. No spoiler, but I decided to leave the film because it would have been a nightmare to go through the whole film and not have one of us behind the camera roll or behind the monitor. But obviously, when I was on screen, as it worked out, Tasha was free most of the time. Most of my scenes were with other people, and your scenes were with other people. So it sort of worked. So we kept on swapping positions. So yeah, it worked out. Obviously, there was some scenes where we were in the same time, but it didn't seem to be a problem, did it?
No.
I don't think so. But yeah, so yeah, that was good experience. I'll put it down to a good experience. But yeah, it would be if you were going to direct it and act in it, then you could probably just about do that. But I wouldn't want to direct, act, and produce.
No.
So I mean, like,
it's a lot.
A lot going on, isn't there?
Exactly, yeah. Because having two directors and two writers, I'm guessing you're still friends now, so I'm guessing it all went well.
Yeah, it did. I think I wouldn't have enjoyed doing this as an experience if I wasn't doing it with Steve. 100%. Like, I would not. If Steve literally died tomorrow, which he won't, I'm tucking wood right now. But if he did, there'd be like no more films made from TAW because I just wouldn't want to do it anymore. Like, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't with Steve. I will never make a film if it's not with Steve. Like, I've had people say to me, why don't you make a film, just you? And then I was like, no. Every single time I'm like, no, I'm doing it with Steve. I'm never going to just do it on my own. I don't enjoy it when I'm not with Steve. You know, like, the whole thing of it, like, the whole experience was so good because work was me ringing Steve and talking shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was it. That was work. And then work, again, was being on set with Steve and my other best friend, Kelly. She was in the film. So, you know, it was like work was just us three titting about. It's like insane that I can call that work, but I wouldn't have done it any other way. Definitely not.
I think you were good. You were really good though, because you had way more lines than me. But I think that you dealt with that a little bit better than me because there was one scene, as you know, after the Ouija board scene, my head had gone, like completely gone, because these were laughing at me all the time every time the camera went on me, right? So I couldn't remember my lines. I was not happy, was I? But yeah, I think you did really well for remembering all your lines and doing it. Yeah, doing everything. It was a good performance, Chopper.
Oh, thanks, Chop. Love you.
Well, even Brando had cards written up so he could read them, and lines written on nappies for Superman 78. So yeah,
really,
yeah, he didn't learn his lines. He wanted a natural thing to just see the lines straight away and then react to what he saw written down or held up or wherever he was doing. That's for Superman anyway.
Oh my god, I would.
He also wanted to play it as a donut, so yeah.
As a donut.
Yeah, as a donut. Yes, he wanted to be a donut doing Superman's dad. But yeah, so.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, so we said you filmed this one. Where was it? In an abbey. Where is that?
So
which part of the country?
There was two locations. The abbey was down towards.
I think Lincolnshire, wasn't it? Or Leeds or something.
No, Leeds was where the manor was. Up near. Well, I wouldn't say Leeds. It was It was Yorkshire. It was about an hour away from Leeds. I can't remember exactly where. But yeah, and then we went down to the abbey, which was towards London. I can't remember exactly where it is. Sorry.
The chauffeur knows.
Sorry.
The chauffeur knows where it is.
It was about a 2 or 3 hour drive on it. I know that means nothing to anyone listening to that. In what direction? But if you type in Westby Abbey, you'd find it on Google.
It wasn't Ashton Forest this time, so that's a
No.
bonus. It's not out in the woods. So yeah, do you do ice skating, Natasha?
I do. How do you know this?
Oh.
That is a very old knowledge.
It is an old knowledge, isn't it? And because I was going to say also, buen dia to you as well when you came on, but
Hola. Buenas noches. What's going on here?
That's my extent of Spanish.
There's a bit of Spanish going on.
You know, okay, yeah, I know like basic Spanish. I'm learning Spanish, so I'm like learning it every day.
Okay.
So it's like very basic. I think I would be able to have a conversation with a Spanish person,
Right.
but it would take me a long time to respond because they'd say something and I'd go, "Hola, buenas noches, hasta luego." You know, like it takes a long time for me to. And yeah, I used to skate twice a week, every week.
Oh.
And I'm like massively good at it, strangely, because I'm not very good at like rollerblading, but I can probably skate faster than a lot of my friends backwards, which is nuts.
Showing off.
Yeah, I can hockey skate. All the girls that I knew wanted to learn how to like figure skate, and I was like, no, I want to learn how to hockey skate. So I learned with a lot of my people that I used to be friends with who were hockey skaters.
Nice.
Which is a bit of crazy trivia. I don't know how you knew that.
Are you good at ice skating? Then you'll be good at rollerblading, won't you?
It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah.
See, that's what everyone says. Everyone says it's the same thing, but I've never.
Yeah, you would.
I think the last time I tried to rollerblade was before I'd ever stepped on an ice rink, so I don't know if I'd be.
Nah.
I remember the first time I tried it, I was like all over. But yeah, no, I'm like really, really good at ice skating. Strangely.
Was it an early morning lessons or was it evening?
No, so it wasn't actually lessons that I went to. So it was like evening sort of time, twice a week, sometimes 3. But a lot of my friends would go to like the weekend skating, and it was like dark, you know, they have like disco lights and like loud music and stuff. So it was kind of like good for like, I don't know, like preteens and teens and tweens and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I just started going, and I remember the first time I stepped on the ice rink, I was like, I'm never doing this again. This is awful. I'm not enjoying myself. This is dangerous. But then I met a guy and I was like, oh my God, he's so fit. And he was like so fit at the time. And he was like, I'll teach you how to ice skate. And he was like, he was a hockey player.
Right.
And he like taught me the basics of how to ice skate. And then from then I kind of learned progressively how to ice skate. So I can like skate backwards. I can, you know, do like the back over crossovers. Yeah, I can just do all of that random stuff now, which is crazy.
Might be useful in the future.
Yeah, I know. If ever someone needs an ice skater for a role, then perfect.
Have you ever seen a film called The Cutting Edge? But probably
I
no.
haven't.
It's another oldie. It's about a figure skater woman and a ice hockey man. He gets he's not allowed to play ice hockey anymore, so he learns to ice dance, and they have a romance.
Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, when you said Cutting Edge, I was like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, yes, it does sound like a horror film as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I watched someone. I remember I was like well into my skating at this point, so I already knew how to skate. But I watched someone have like every single finger on one of their hands chopped off.
I was going to say that it's an urban legend, but it's not, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not. It really does happen because they fell, and like when you fall on ice, you're meant to fall like this. But obviously, naturally, you don't naturally fall like that. So you have to learn to fall like this because naturally you fall like that. And someone fell, and they literally fell, and someone else skated over their hand, and literally all 4 of their fingers just went completely clean off. So they had like hands like that. There was blood everywhere. We had to like clear the ice. Obviously, they had to go to the emergency room, and had no fingers. and it was awful. But it didn't sway me from doing it because I was like, I'll never. But then not recently actually, I took my daughter to skating lessons. I'm trying to teach her how to skate. She's only 5, but she fell once and she fell like that, and it was like cringed me so bad. I never took her again because I was like, no, I can't allow it.
How long did it take you to get that good then?
Oh yes, is it a natural?
Because that's a talent, isn't it, to go backwards and do all that?
Yeah, I can probably skate.
Zigzagging feet.
Yeah, it's that thing. It's called a crossover. So it's like you skate with this foot and you like cross. It's kind of like this movement on feet. It's like helps you to turn faster without having to like go like this. I would say, I don't know, I probably did that skating routine of like 3 times a week for maybe 2 years.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Yeah, I did it for a very long time.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, dancing on ice is it still going? I'm not sure, but
I think it is, because I think what's his name? Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin. Robert is the son, right? Robert Irwin, he's doing it this year. I think I just saw an announcement recently.
There you go. This Christmas.
You must have loved it. You must have loved it to go that often, Chopper. I never knew you went.
Yeah, I used to go 3 times a week. And obviously the first time I went, like I said, I fancied this guy. I've forgotten his name now. But I was obviously a child and he was like a grown man, so weird. But it never went any further. It was just I fancied him and he taught me how to skate. But because I was like hanging around with the like hockey crew or whatever, as I was growing up, they were like my friends. So it was like this. It was literally like me just going to see my friends. And obviously they were hockey players, so 9 times out of 10 they were at the hockey rink, because they didn't have time to do anything else because they would train consistently. And yeah, actually one time, this is a crazy trivia. So my childhood best friend, who I'm still best friends with now, his name's Ben. And we were like, I don't know, maybe like 13, and they were doing some kind of it's Torval and Dean. Do you know who Torval and Dean are? They're like massive, like the biggest skaters. They learned to skate at the skating ring near me, so that was their skating ring. And they were doing some kind of show. It was like a sky show of like teaching kids how to skate or whatever. But because we were always at the ice rink, we were always waiting for them to get off so we could go on. And there's like a clip of me and my best friend like sat, and there's like no one else there. It's like they flipped to like Torval or Dean or one of them, and there's like me and my best friend sat in the aisle, and he must have said something dead rude, and I hit him on the back of the head, and it made it. It was on TV, so I recorded it, and I've got like a little clip now, and you can just see my hand, and he goes, and that was on TV, which is exciting.
First role. There you go.
I know. There you go.
Improvising. Double A's here. Sounds like a Manc accent. So, which one of you do you think that is?
I'm in Manchester, but I probably am. Am I more Manc than you?
It's probably you. I don't know, but people say that mine's like a little bit all over. So
I am in Manchester, so yeah.
But have you got a Manchester accent or not?
But I'm originally from Cheshire, so I'm near Manchester.
The
anyway.
posh side, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably then.
About 40 minutes south of Manchester.
Yeah, it's a Manc.
Have you always lived where you... Yeah.
Yeah. I've always lived... I live in Nottingham. I've always lived here. But my accent changes all the time. Randomly. So sometimes people are like, are you from London? And I'm like, no.
South of France. Yes. You're producing a Krampus film. And Natasha, are you working with Will Young in a film?
Who's Will Young?
The singer, is it?
Singer?
Before your time.
Will Young.
He was on Pop Idol. You won't remember that way. It was Pop Idol, wasn't it?
It was Pop Idol. The first season, was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Will Young.
He was a reality, but then he did well, didn't he? He had quite a lot of number ones.
I guess not.
I can't remember. We've just...
There is a Black Krampus, isn't it?
Yeah, we are producing a Krampus movie at the moment. It's in post-production. It's already been finished. But obviously most of our work's done. We've handed it over to the editor now, and then from there, probably take, I don't know, 6 weeks maybe until we finish with that. But
yeah,
out in time for Christmas.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm working with Will Young. I don't know who that is. So if it says on my IMDb that I am,
it might
then
be
I
a Will
probably
Young. It
am.
might not be.
I just don't know.
Well,
what does
we
it
can't
say?
trust
If it's on my
IMDb.
IMDb, then yes, probably. But
Wait,
I'm
is
like
he
a
an
fake
actor as
person.
well, Will Young? Is he? I don't know.
I don't
Or
know.
maybe
A name from the past, certainly.
What film does it say? That person. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Can you tell me what it says? The film is that I'm working with him on, please. I'm not sure. Maybe.
What about Husky Christmas? Is it that one?
No, that's another one of our productions.
that's one of ours. We just produced that one as well. Do you want me to have I'll have a quick look whilst we're chatting. But maybe it's that
really?
American,
Like the Will Young thing.
Yeah, maybe it's the American one you're in, or not.
I was thinking if I am, then it will probably be the American one.
There you go.
I don't know.
Now, which movie did Natasha? Which movie star Natasha in? Is Yoda?
Well,
pick a many.
Quite a few.
Yes.
Yeah. Quite a few, to be honest.
Yeah.
There is. It depends on what kind of genre you like, and well, which type of horror film you like. Probably is better. I have one premiering today. I have a movie that I was in premiering today. I am not at the premiere, as you can see. I'm at home.
She's here with me.
I'm here. But yeah, I do have a movie that I was in. It's a comedy. It's premiering today. So yeah, I do have other credits other than horror films, but it is mostly horror.
I was going to ask about horror. Are you a staple horror person, or are you going to Jamie Lee Curtis it and go comedy, thrillers, action,
right.
TV commercials?
It's that film festival film that you've done. There is a Will Young in that film. Whether or not it's Will Young, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's the one that's premiering today, actually. That's premiering today. So I'm not sure because I know that they brought in some famous people for the
older people.
There was a sequence. I won't spoil it for anybody, obviously, but there was a sequence I was supposed to be in that they ended up changing because the actor they wanted didn't want the sequence to be that way. Basically, I look quite young, and the actor is a little bit older, and the sequence that it was meant to be, it's obviously it's a comedy, so it's meant to be funny, but he thought it would look inappropriate if the sequence went the way that it was supposed to. So they changed it and got a different actor in, I believe. So that might be that person, maybe.
Sure.
I don't
know. Okay. Let's have a look. So what was Fright Fest? Was it just a showing, or was that the premiere?
Yeah, it was the premiere. Yeah, it's cracking. We had a good time.
Yeah. Was it a weekend in London?
It was on Saturday.
Paid.
Yeah, we went down there for Saturday night, didn't we? We spent all day there Saturday because we had the filmmakers meeting or group get together, whatever you want to call it, in the afternoon, and then we went straight to the premiere, didn't we? It was a good time. It was like 6:30. So we did the media wall, we did some interviews, and then afterwards we went to a few bars, didn't we, as well? Had a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good laugh. We had a good laugh. I think everyone had a good time, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Oh, that's nice. And yeah, gets to see on the big screen, which is always good.
We got to see it on the big screen, and also we did a bit of a Q&A at the end, didn't we, for about 20 minutes. Which was a good experience. Good to chat to some of the fans, it's always interesting to see what they like about the films, because sometimes like things, and you'd be thinking, I wasn't expecting to get that response, for that part of the film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it is interesting.
We had a question that I was like really happy to have got, which sounds strange, but when we were developing the script and stuff, in the original draft of the script, we mentioned the names of a few of the women that were murdered by Jack the Ripper.
Okay.
What in real life. And we both kind of came to the decision, like, no, we don't want to use their names. We don't want to
Okay.
see apparitions of them. We don't want to we don't even want to mention them. Like, we want to completely keep them out of it, because obviously it's a real thing that happened and it's very unfortunate. So yeah, we kind of didn't want to minimize the fact that happened in real life. And I obviously, when we made that decision, I obviously didn't think anyone would even notice that. We were just doing it because obviously it's the right thing to do. But somebody asked a question and they said, well, they didn't ask a question. Well, I know it was a question. Sorry. Somebody asked a question and they were like, we've noticed that you guys didn't use the names of the victims and you didn't see them or do anything about that. Was that a conscious decision? And well done. We think you handled it really well and stuff. So I liked that.
Very good. Because originally it was called Viral Haunt, was it? Or is that just as it started? And then you went with
all the way through till we handed it over to the executive producers. It was Viral Haunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all the BTS on the clapperboard, everything was Viral Haunt on it because we originally wanted to make quite a lot of sequels for it. We got proper into this film, especially in pre-production, didn't we? Well, all the way through it, to be honest.
Yeah, massively.
And we were like, do you know what? We could potentially build a brand here, and do 5 or 6 of them. Do you know what I mean? And we can always go back to the first few films, even if people are dead. We can still do flashbacks and all that stuff and link everything together.
Yeah.
And then as the brand grows, the budgets will get a lot bigger. And we were getting a bit carried away with it. And then we handed it over to the executive producers who changed the name of the film. And we were like, oh. So yeah, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Right.
So, and you understand that actually, we don't actually own the film; someone else does, so they can do what they want. So yeah, that was a good lesson into filmmaking. Yeah.
Yes.
Whether or not a sequel ever happens, I don't know. But yeah, we did have plans originally, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
We had ideas actually. We had treatments and stuff. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess it still works. Spin-offs as such.
Yeah.
Alternate timelines, etc. It's very popular these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So considering the way funding works in the UK and how horror gets none, it's amazing to make a film that gets shown anyway. Yes, I was wondering how. I did see there's a lot of films in the UK, more than I ever realized. How do they get funded?
To be honest, we haven't been down that road, as in maybe going to, I don't know if your local councils have funding or what. I don't even know how you'd go about it, to be honest. I know there is government incentives for small businesses, and I do know there is in the film industry. And I believe you get so much you invest, even if you lose it, you get a certain amount back of the government for trying. I don't know, it's like, do you know what I mean? I don't know how much it is. Is it 30 or 50% back? I don't know. It's something we would probably look into if we were going to own our own. Well, we would, obviously. If we're going to own the film and distribute it ourselves, that's definitely something we would do. This came about in a different way because me and Tasha have acted in about 60 movies for the executive distributors.
Yeah.
And we know them through that, in acting in lots of their films. But when or if we get the opportunity to own our own film, then we'd definitely look at that. But that's interesting. So if they don't fund any horror films, I honestly don't know. I wouldn't know. It wouldn't stop me from doing it anyway, but it would be nice to get a tax break or something. Do you know what I mean? If you're it is a risk in it. At the end of the day, you could spend a lot of money on a film, put it out there, and no one watches it or no one buys it. So it's not like it's not the best way to make a living. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely better ways, but Yeah, no, we were really appreciative as well, weren't we, for it getting shown at Fright Fest?
Yeah.
That's what we wanted when we made it. We were
Yeah.
we were looking at getting it there, weren't we? That was the plan. And
Yeah, the plan was always Fright Fest.
Thankfully, they chose our film, which was amazing news, wasn't it? It's a good day, that.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Was.
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So let's have a look. So yes, it's coming out sometime soon, is where we find, and then we'll post more about that when, because I guess because some countries will be streaming it earlier than others, which is weird how they do that.
Yeah,
happens to most films, isn't it?
Usually goes to America, in my experience, with the executive producers. They usually normally release it there, and then usually UK is very soon after, isn't it? It's not long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's have a look. The Winnie the Pooh report, which is everyone knows you from.
Yes.
The hot tub lady.
Yeah, the jacuzzi girl.
But you are in the sequel.
I am, yeah. It's like a cameo role. I think because I was like the fan favorite, they were like, "Oh my god, won't it be fun to like get you back?" So yeah, I just did like a cameo role with a wig on. Yeah.
Yeah, sneaky. Now, someone else mentioned this on another interview I saw, but how does your family feel about seeing your films where you get done in various ways a lot of the time? Do they just see it as a film, or do they think, "Oh no, what have they done?"
To be honest, I think I'm like super lucky with my family, to be honest. I'm like this, which basically means that I'm like not filtered at all. I have no filter. Anytime I'm doing anything, my entire family knows about it. It's like, I know some people like hide things from their family, and they'll like hide their family from stories and stuff. Honestly, like anything I'm doing, every single family member could know for all I care. And they've always been like super supportive and stuff. Even to be fair, my 5-year-old watched Winnie the Pooh, and she was like 3 at the time, and she was going, "No, Mama, run, run, run!" And then they squished my head, and she was like, "Oh." Yeah, she was like, so yeah. To be honest, I don't think it really affects them at all. I don't think it's like. I think it's worse for them to see the crying scenes, because the blood and stuff, it's like so obviously fake, but the crying scenes, like I am crying, you know? So I think for them scenes are probably more uncomfortable. I know that when I watch my friends, if they're dying, I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so sick." But then if they're crying and they're like really vulnerable, it's like I don't enjoy watching it. So I'm assuming it's the same thing.
Okay, so Stacey wants to know, what's your favorite scene you have ever done? There you go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know whether you wanted to go, Steve.
Favorite scene? Oh my god, I honestly don't know. What could it be? I don't know. I've never actually thought.
This latest film, if it's easier.
I'll have a think of it. Do you know yours, Chopper? Is yours the hot tub scene?
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, was it actually hot, or was it?
The hot tub was on.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And how long were you in it?
We filmed. I was in the hot tub very minimally.
Okay.
Because the road scene with the head crush thing was the day before. So that was like really awful. Obviously, I know that like that's just the way that it goes. You know, I'm an actor. Sometimes you just have to go in and bear it. That's the facts. But that was like really difficult physically. Mentally, it was fine. You know, I'm just laying down. But physically, it was winter in the UK, which is like vile, atrocious. Also, I had to be soaking wet because I'd just come out of the hot tub, and I was in a bikini, and I was lying on the road. There was a moment where they lifted me up, and they were like, "Okay, just stand up for a minute while we do this," and they wrapped me in a towel. And I was so cold that when they put me back down on the floor felt warm.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I'm colder than the floor. And I got in, and I kind of like, I couldn't speak when I finished the scene.
Dear.
It was, yeah, I think it was like, I actually went to the doctors and they think it was like potentially like the onset of like hypothermia, but obviously I had got straight in a bath. Literally, they ran me a hot bath straight away. I went upstairs, got straight in a bath, was in there for about an hour. And then after that, I kind of calmed down, but it was like 3 weeks after that, I couldn't get warm, like no matter what. So yeah, I went to the doctors and they said it might have been onset hypothermia, but I was like, I got in the bath, so I was fine. So yeah, that definitely wasn't my favorite scene. The hot tub the next day was great, but obviously because of that, what I went through the day before, I think my body was like super fragile. So every time I'd get out of the hot tub to do the like looking around scene, I would be like shaking and like really struggling. So my favorite scene that I've ever filmed would be a film. Okay, this film hasn't even released yet.
Oh, there we go. Spoilers.
But I know I won't give any spoilers, but either it would be the Ouija board scene from Viral Haunt, the Haunted Ninja at the Ripper's house. That was one of my favorite scenes ever I've filmed in my entire life, just because it was so funny. Yes, I'll probably say it was that one, and then a close second would be a scene from The Strangest Symphony. It hasn't released yet, and it's not a horror film, it's a thriller. And there's an outdoor scene where the guy who plays my boyfriend in the film, he is like really funny in real life, very very funny. He must have been a comedy actor, I don't know. I only met him for the 2 days that I was on that set. But he was like really funny, and they wanted him to like ad lib the first 2 lines of the scene. So the scene would start with someone's like smoking a cigarette, and they put it out in this like cigarette like ashtray, you know, sort of thing, like the little cigarette bin thing. And they go, "Oh my god, what is that?" Because it's like full and it's dirty and smelly, and like the water's meant to be stale and disgusting. And they go, "Ew, what is that?" And then he every single time would ad lib something different, and it was so difficult to then get through the rest of the scene, because he like the things he was coming up with was like gold. It was insane. Like he went, because my name in the film was Tash, I think, Natasha. And he said, "It's Natasha's bath, for God's sake," because I'm so little. And I was like, I literally can't do this scene if he's saying things. So he's gonna have to be quiet while I do my take, because I can't. It was oh my god. I don't know how anyone got through it. So yeah, that scene was massively funny. And the Ouija board scene was massively funny as well. Probably those 2.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's in terms of funny, I think definitely the Ouija board scene.
Yeah.
I didn't even have any lines. That was funny, actually.
I know.
The got on me just from my reactions. We couldn't use because these lot were laughing all the time.
Can't get the stuff.
The other one as well that comes to mind was, you remember in the Abbey when we were freezing, it was really cold down in the cellars.
Horrible.
Everyone had enough, to be honest. All the actors were freezing. We were literally going up from the cellar. Remember this? Getting in the cars, turning the cars on, making sure the cars are roasting, warming, heating ourselves up, then going back down into the cellar.
It was horrible.
And
it snowed that week. It had snowed that week in the UK.
It was freezing. Anyway, we go back down there, and it was a good idea from you, to be fair, because I was ready to go, but I wouldn't have minded staying. But I knew some of the other actors were on the edge. You could tell, couldn't you? And you were like, "No, let's just get one more scene. Let's just." So we made up a scene. We made up a scene on the spot. It wasn't even in the script. But we found this room that looked quite good for
like
filming.
A classroom.
Yeah, but it just looked a bit spooky, didn't it? And it had some random bathtub in the corner.
Yeah, and it had like school chairs all facing this like fireplace with like candles that had been lit. It was horrible, weird, awful.
There was no lines, it was all improv, and we took 2 shots. One as us walking in, and then a reverse. That was it. That was no close-ups or anything, was it? And we just went in, and we just improv'd the scene, and then did exactly the same, but in reverse. Pretty much, just remembered what we said and where we walked, and it was a good laugh. That was a good scene. I enjoyed that. Maybe I just enjoy scenes where I don't talk or I don't mind. Because
there was a funny scene that I enjoyed, and it wasn't meant to be funny. So Kelly, who plays Demi, it was Demi, wasn't it? Her name was Demi, right?
Yeah,
in the scene.
it was at the end,
yeah. So, and she like turns up, and she's like, and like you can't. There's like her eyes are white, like she looks like she's been like sucked, like her soul is gone. You know, she's like. And then we're like, Demi, are you okay? And it was dead funny because Steve didn't have any lines. And every time we'd improvise by going, Demi. And it was dead funny because we were doing challenges and we were trying to keep it quiet. So Kelly was like.
I wanted to say Demi 3 times.
Yeah, we were doing challenges. Kelly was like in character and she was crying and everything. So we had to be like super quiet with our jokes. But Steve had no lines. And me and Joe, played by Will, were going, Demi, are you okay? Demi, what's wrong? You know, we just kept saying, and then, so Steve was improvising, going, Demi. And the next time I said, I dare you to do it 2 times. And he went, Demi. And we were just like, oh my, honestly, this is what I mean. It wasn't work. No, it's crazy.
Do you know why my character didn't have some lines in scenes? Because we changed it a lot, because my character originally was going to go all the way to the end and then we had to change it. And I reckon that's why there was some scenes where I probably should have said something. I wasn't saying it.
That scene that you don't like, that has got to be my funniest line ever. When you go, what the fuck's going on?
My head had gone like straight after the Ouija board scene. I was fuming at you and Kelly because all of you were doing the laughing. I said I had some bad laughing on set. I said, right, no more laughing. That's it.
There you go.
Literally, you're allowed to laugh. I said 1 scene a day. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
There we go. That's
he put a ban on me. He said you can only laugh at 1 scene per day.
It wound me up that much that I forgot lines. I only had 2 lines. I couldn't even remember 2 lines.
I was meant to be dead upset in the scene. Dead upset because my boyfriend just had to go at me. So I'm just sat there like
I knew when
every time Steve speaks, I'm like.
I was like, we cannot use a close-up on me. And he put a close-up on me in the film. I was like, oh, my God.
So, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. There's a lot of scenes that made it where we're actually laughing. There's one scene where we're walking down and me and Kelly were laughing our heads off.
But you laughed on
every
every
take. To the point that we actually hid our faces with lights.
Okay.
Pardon?
You laughed on every take, so we had to use one of them.
I know, honestly, some scenes I just couldn't stop laughing. Also, there's a scene where I won't spoil it, but something happens to Steve, and it was dead funny because it was a stunt that was happening, and it was dead funny. But in the movie, if you slow it down by like 10 times, whatever it's meant to be, the scene where he's doing the stunt, I'm in the back with my camera going, because obviously I'm meant to be going, oh my God, but I'm like. With my camera, it's got like a flashlight on and everything.
Apparently, that's for a split second, and it's somehow got in the film.
Oh dear!
But unfortunately,
yeah, everything just so funny. Oh my God!
Ruining his Tom Cruise moment.
Oh dear! Spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular moment of the film. But yeah. Anyway.
Wow. Now it's spoiled the whole film. I'll be looking for that. Playing the film at 10 speed from the beginning.
Okay, straight
out of the Ouija board. I'll get to the Ouija board and I'll pause it frame by frame.
Go slow, yeah. And you'll see me in the back. I think Kelly's there as well going.
I said, who made this?
Because we're all watching. It's only literally, it's not even half a second it's on the screen for. But you will see it. And also there's a scene where we walk down the stairs. And then it's me, Steve, and Kelly. We walk down the stairs halfway and we go, where's Joe? I won't spoil it, but we go, where's Joe? And then we walk back up. In that scene, me and Kelly are like hiding our faces with the torches because we were laughing. That made it into the film.
They were on a laughing
also, there was a scene where Steve gets up and he goes, all right, guys, keep it cool. And he says cool, like cool, like that. So that entire scene, I'm sat like this because I couldn't stop laughing. So I'm just sat like this the whole scene because I was like, I can't show my face and I can't. We haven't got time for me to fuck this up again. So I just had to my face is like this in so many takes.
There's moments in the film when other people are talking, if you look at Tasha, you can see she's laughing or about to start laughing.
Yeah.
But you miss it because you're watching what's going on. But if you look
Right.
at you,
yeah, if you look at me, I'm like,
you're just about
yeah, like my friends have just died, and I'm like.
I think Meryl Streep did the same thing in Sophie's Choice, but right. Let's wrap this up so you two can go out clubbing or whatever you young people do these days.
I wish that was it.
On the phone to Hollywood. But Kenneth's question, what advice would you give to upcoming filmmakers? Is it don't bother, or is it
bit of both?
Live your dreams.
Yeah, I would say definitely go for it. I understand that is all well and good, in it, just saying, oh, just you know what I mean? Like,
make a film.
I understand it's difficult. I think our way in to get, obviously we're at the start of our journey. We haven't done anything yet, but our way into where we got to has worked out well for us, because really we're actors turned filmmakers. But if you were a filmmaker, I think your journey would be a lot different. I probably would have been able to speak to you before about government incentives for making films and all that type of stuff, which I don't know about yet. I probably would have learned the business side of it more so than the creative side of it first. So yeah, I mean, there is opportunities though. I mean, even if you weren't making your own films at first, you could make films for other people as jobs, learn the trade, and then after a few years do your own stuff. I think that's probably a normal way in, but I don't know, because we didn't go down that route, did we? What would you say, Tash?
I would say definitely do it. Life is so hard, and I saw that, I think it was Molly May last year was like, everyone's got the same 24 hours. We definitely don't. We do not have the same 24 hours. Like, some people are parents, which like, if you're a parent and you're doing anything other than parenting, well done, because it's fucking hard. So yeah, we don't have the same 24 hours, and we also don't have the same opportunities, definitely not. So what is easy for you might be hard for somebody else. I would definitely say being an actor before being a filmmaker will help you out massively. I think even just with the little things, like when we're on set, a director will go, okay, we're going to go from this line. And this happened the other day. The director went, we'll go from this line. And I said, well, can you cue her in? And the other actor went, yeah. And the director went, why? And we were like, because it's a lot easier for actors to be in the scene. Like, it's a lot better of a take if somebody cues them in. And he was like, oh. And I think there's just little things, tiny things that you can't even think of that you wouldn't know if you weren't an actor first.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you are not interested at all in being an actor, then obviously don't do it. But I would definitely say, like, you have one life. Time goes so quickly. There's no such thing as tomorrow. Do it today. And ask people for help. Like, there is a lot of people that won't help you. But there is also people that will. Like me and Steve, I go live on TikTok every single day. And every time people are like, how can we get into movies? And I'm like, DM me. Like, if we need extras or we need someone to just do one line, like, you can do it. And then you have experience.
Yeah.
As soon as your foot's in the door, like, it's 10 times easier. And as soon as you meet people and become friends with people, friendship is a massive thing in this industry. Like, I think also because this industry is so hard, and there are a lot of people who are disingenuous in this industry, I think, as well. Having real friends is such a big thing, because they will help you more than any talent will. The amount of people that I know that are my friends that will message me every day and go, I put you forward for this, by the way, I thought you were really good for it. Like, I recently was doing a script read for something, because someone I'm friends with was making a film, and he was like, I think you'd be really good at this role, can you read in? And I was like, yeah, of course. So yeah, making friends in the industry is a massive thing. And also, like I said, asking for help. Like, if you want to be an actor and you need experience, just message us, because we'll literally be like, oh yeah, we're doing this film, we need extras. We'll throw you a line in so you've got experience, you've got a credit, know. Ask people for help, definitely. And just, like, get your foot in the door any way you can. Definitely. But definitely do it. Don't ever think, oh, I can't do this, or it's going to be too hard, or it's too late. Nothing's too late. Nothing's too hard. if I can do it, and Steve can do it, and other people I know can do it, you can definitely do it. 1,000,000%.
There you go.
So do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. One last thing. For Natasha, is it better playing the bad girl or the good girl? Like in Cinderella's Curse, you were very naughty.
In Cinderella's Curse, I was nasty. Do you know what? Actually, just very quickly, there's a scene in that where I'm not playing the character very well. It's the scene where, I won't spoil it, but Cinderella has to commit a terrible, terrible crime because the nasty stepmother forces her to. I don't know if you know what scene I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil it. But in that scene, if you look at me, I'm like, because Kelly's like crying her eyes out, and I didn't know the camera was on me. So I'm meant to be like smiling and all bitchy, but I'm like, because I was like crying because I was watching Kelly crying. It was awful. I generally prefer playing the bad girl because I think playing the good girl is like kind of boring. I love playing the bitchy character. I'm the good girl in real life, you know. I want to be a bitch. I love to be a bitch. Why not? It lets off steam. But I don't like. I've noticed that I don't like being a character that's nasty to people I know. So Cinderella's Curse was awful. I did not enjoy that. There was a scene where Cinderella is like crying on the ballroom floor.
Oh yeah.
And it was so awful. I really did not enjoy that because Kelly was crying and it was awful. She looked vulnerable, like she was crying, and I just really I couldn't, no matter how much I tried to get into character, I couldn't enjoy it. So yeah, being a bitch is always fun, but when it goes too far and it's like someone you love, it's not enjoyable. So I don't know. I'm torn on that question.
All right. Well, thank you anyway, and I'll keep people posted about when the film comes to the UK anyway. So when we can see it. But so thank you, Natasha and Steve.
Yeah, no, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Really
having us.
appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for
Thank you
having us.
everyone for watching and your comments and your support.
Yeah, and your questions. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, well, just the beginning of your journey, I hope so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll say good night, everyone, and then I'll wrap this up. So thank you and goodbye.